Hey friends, obviously I make short clips from the full-length episodes of the Daily Switch 2 podcast, just cutting out short sections where I talk about a specific game or topic. I do this mostly to make it easier for those that don't want to listen to the entirety of every hour-plus long show, but just want to hear about a specific thing. Well, in the case of Cronos: A New Dawn, I've actually covered it in 3 episodes recently. My live reaction to the Nintendo Partner Direct, then me talking about it in more detail in the game's tier list summary, and then of course reacting to and discussing the new trailer from Gamescom. This is a game which I get more and more interested in the more I see of it, to be honest. I'll almost certainly buy it and do a full review. So, for now, so people can catch up, I've combined the 3 previous clips into one handy-dandy short video for your viewing/listening pleasure. If you want to check out more full episodes or catch the new ones when they drop, support the show in any way, or even join our free members area and enter free competitions to win official Nintendo prizes, check out linktree/dailyswitch2, linktr.ee/dailyswitch2. Thank you so much. Truly hope to see you there. And don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube, drop a like, and leave a comment letting me know what you think about Cronos: A New Dawn. Are you as intrigued by it as I am? And did the abundance of kitties in the second video make you even more interested in playing? Okay, gonna roll the first clip of my initial live reaction from the Partner Direct now. It starts just as I was wrapping up my thoughts on the Star Wars Outlaws trailer. Okay, thanks everyone. Yeah, they didn't have any shots of the main character walking around the actual outside areas and levels. It was mostly just cutscenes and close-ups and small rooms. Bold prediction, but I predict there's going to be some performance issues with that game. Still, September 4th release, that's coming soon, and it's good for people who want to play the game and have no other system to play it on. So, this looks interesting. These are quite nice graphics. This looks kind of survival horror-esque. Resident Evil, Dead Space. Looks like there's some interesting puzzles and some physics stuff going on. It'll evolve into an even more nightmarish form. It's interesting. The interference going on the screen there is... I wonder if there's a kind of psychological... like eternal darkness here. The time travel looks cool. Don't think much of the HUD. It's too clean for a game like this. Those look like standard fonts. Yeah, like I said, kind of. I was getting Eternal Darkness vibes. There's some kind of psychological unhingedness. Eternal Darkness-y. Nintendo GameCube fans will know. Oh, it's Bloober Team. Okay. Cronos. Yeah, Switch 2. Is that a Switch 2 system exclusive? If so, that's a get. But even if not, cool. Right, so that was my live reaction to seeing and hearing of the game for the first time round. Here is my more gathered thoughts after doing some research from my Games Tier List episode. Cronos: The New Dawn. Cronos. Another game with a release date. Great. 5th of September, not far away. And just on the Switch 2, no Switch 1 version. Excellent. Looks pretty graphically impressive too, so this is a good start. Again, it's a game keycard release, boo, but for $60 with no deluxe versions or DLC or pre-order messiness. Great. This is a AAA-ish multi-plat game coming day and date with other consoles as far as I can see, so that is amazing. 24.4 gig download. So again, it's pretty well optimized for a nice-looking modern release. There was a Switch 1 game called Cronos Before the Ashes from THQ Nordic, but this is completely unrelated. It's Cronos without an H. This is Cronos: The New Dawn. As far as I can tell, despite this colon subtitle, this is a new franchise, I think. It's a survival horror. and I thought it looked pretty interesting. I liked the setting, I liked the look of the puzzles, I liked the psychological horror aspect and the time travel mechanic. I'm a big fan of traditional old survival horrors like the original Resident Evil titles, Silent Hills. I actually got a little bit of an Eternal Darkness vibe too, which is no bad thing. It's from Bloober Team, which gives me a little pause. I really liked their earlier games. The original 2016 Layers of Fear was a fantastic game. I didn't mind the sequel or the Blair Witch game they made too. They were okay. But I didn't think much of the 2023 remake/reboot of Layers of Fear, and I straight up hated the recent remake of Silent Hill 2. I felt it completely missed the mark, felt like they didn't understand why the original is considered by many to be the best game in the genre, full stop. It was practically sacrilegious to me and several others. The fact that they're now remaking the first Silent Hill after massacring my boy, the second one, it causes me actual pain. So I'm going to reserve judgment for this one. I will wait and see the reviews. But still, a new modern AAA game from a big developer coming day and date with the other consoles, looking like it runs well, not trying to nickel and dime with crazy pricing models. All of that is definitely something to celebrate, and I did definitely also think that it looks cool. So, despite my reservations, I'm going to put it into B tier, ahead of Dragon Ball and Persona 3 for the same reasoning as with Outlaws. Now, personally, I am a big Star Wars fan, so I'm inclined to keep Star Wars ahead. But the fact that they're being so cagey with showing gameplay footage makes me worry about the quality of the Switch 2 version, whereas this game showed plenty of footage and it looked nice and was running well. So I reckon it should take the lead. Okay, and now we are nearly up to date. Finally, here is my Gamescom coverage of the game, including a live reaction to the new trailer from the opening night live event, which I thoroughly enjoyed, to my surprise. Yeah, we talk about the game a lot more. This is the last clip, so if you've watched or listened all the way to the end, thank you very much. And I hope to catch you soon. Again, linktree/dailyswitch2, linktr.ee/dailyswitch2. And don't forget to leave me a comment under this video letting me know what you think about the game. I genuinely am getting more and more interested in this as time goes by. Right, Cronos, A New Dawn, a new breed of horror. This is another game which I don't want to talk too much about for the simple reason that I've already talked about it at length in my Partner Direct breakdown. So if you want to hear my opinions on Cronos, A New Dawn, you can watch the partner breakdown. It's from Bloober Team. Bloober Team have a mixed reputation with me. I love some of their games. I actively despise some of their games. Mostly the Silent Hill 2 remake. I think look how they massacred my boy. But I know some people like it. And they are a big AAA studio, and the fact that they're releasing a AAA multi-plat day and date with the PS5 and the Xbox and the PC all at the same time as the Switch 2 is good, and the fact that all the footage of the Switch 2 version that we see seems to be running really well is good. And I am a big fan of survival horror games. I've talked about we talked about Resident Evil in part 1 of this very show, and Silent Hill obviously, but many survival horror games. Eternal Champions. Somebody was talking about I'll talk about that in another video, but we do have a kind of semi-announcement about Eternal Champions from Gamescom as well, but not in the opening ceremony, so that's not what we're going to talk about now. Cronos, I like survival horror games. I thought there were elements of this which looked interesting. I like the time travel mechanic. I like the kind of psychological horror elements. This seems to be a bit more of a survival horror game than many of Bloober Team's previous games, which are more just kind of horror action rather than survival horror-ish. Kind of. Not really, but sort of. I know what I mean. But yeah, if you want to hear my full thoughts on it, watch the Partner Director talk about it in more detail. But let's watch this new trailer, because I'm assuming this trailer is different to the one that we saw at the Partner Direct. I suppose one thing that we should bear in mind is, because this is Gamescom, even though we know this game is coming out on Switch 2 and it runs well on Switch 2, because this is Gamescom and it's for multiple systems, they're not going to use the Switch 2 footage, are they? This is going to be either a top spec PC or a PS5 or something. Hello, kitty. I love kitties. Got 2 cats of my own and they are my world. Since my children are... No, don't hurt the kitty. Since my children are now grown up and they're adults... Oh, no, kitty's okay.
Are you glad to see me, friend?
Oh, maybe because he traveled back in time to save the kitty. This is cool. Very atmospheric. Oh, I liked that location. Then that's one of the things I said about the last trailers. I really like the location. The multiple locations. There's a lot of variety. A lot of interesting physics puzzles as well. I like this music. And also, there's an interesting mechanic of the dead kind of creatures can mash with other creatures and mutate into bigger creatures. I'm not explaining it very well, but there's a lot of interesting ideas in this game. Yeah, this looks cool. And the graphics look nice, but again, as I said, you've got to remember this won't be Switch 2 footage. But the trailer in the partner direct was Switch 2 footage, and it looked good. So it's going to look an approximation of this. Yeah, the story, the action, it all looks good. Everything about this game looks interesting to me. Have we got a release date for this? I don't know. Okay, but we do now. If we didn't before, we do now. September the 5th, so that's soon. Pre-order editions, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, we can go into that another time. But yeah. That looked cool. Yeah. Okay. As I said before, I'm going to wait until we know more. I'm going to wait till we know the full price. I'm going to wait till we know if it comes fully physically on the cartridge. And I'm going to wait for reviews because, as I said, some Bloober Team games I have really enjoyed, but other Bloober Team games I really did not like. But this one looks to be a good one. So I am very much interested in it, very much looking forward to reading the reviews, hearing more information. And it's certainly on my radar of a game that I will very much consider buying, because I do like survival horror games, and this looks very interesting. The physics puzzles and the settings, and yeah, no, it looks cool. I think if I remember correctly in my partner direct tier list, I think I put it in a B tier. I think I'm going to keep it at B tier, simply because we don't know price. We don't know if the full game's going to be on the cart. It's not a system exclusive, and I am a little bit wary with Bloober Team of, am I going to like it? Am I not going to like it? But I am very interested. So no, do you know what? I'm going to give it an A. I'm going to give it an A tier because I was getting hyped watching that trailer. I was getting hyped. So yeah, it's A tier. It's not S. It's an A tier. Well, that was funny /sad /informative /stupid, wasn't it? Feel free to mentally redact to make that make sense with the clip that you just heard. I don't know what it was. I'm just recording a bumper. But if you enjoyed the clip, please give it a like. If you'd like to hear more, click subscribe, and you can find all the ways to listen to and support the full daily podcast at linktree/dailyswitch2. That's linktr.ee/dailyswitch2. Let's go! Did I sound like I mean that? I do. I really do.